Hi guys, and welcome to Just So Rare. In today's video I want to talk about Soraredata and in particular the latest update. Now Soraredata posted a tweet on the 14th of March. Have you seen our new team pages? I went almost immediately onto Soraredata because I wanted to know what it was all about, and all I can say is wow. I already love Soraredata, but this update is taking it to the next level. So before I go into showing you certain updates, I just want to clarify something because you will see I've produced a video where I was querying certain stats, whether they were correct on the Soraredata website. I've now had it confirmed, and it was always the case. It was me that was in the wrong. Soraredata only use league games for their stats. Champions League, Europa League games, they will not count. So just to clarify that. And also, you will also notice that I queried this guy on his stats being correct. Now, Soraredata have come back to me, and this guy, he spells his surname bizarrely in two different ways. So when Opta had given Soraredata the information, at times his stats are not being attributed correctly. To my knowledge, he is the only player that would be affected because I'm not aware of any other player having two different spellings of his surname. So again, I can't 100% guarantee it, but I'm more than confident with what Soraredata have come back and said to me. So going on to the Soraredata website, you can apply this to any team you want to. So to type in whatever team that you want to look into. For this example, I'm going to use Royal Antwerp from Belgium in the Jupiler League. Now, once the search is completed, you will see the overview screen. It'll give you, on terms of the scoring, it'll give you Antwerp's best player. Filtered it again between last 5, 15, 40, whatever you want to do. It'll give you the top SO5 averages, for example, and there's loads of stuff on here. So, again, a nice little touch, in my opinion, is the current league table. I think that's a nice little touch, to be honest, because I only want to be buying players that are in no relegation battle or anything like that, because if they were to go down and don't move, end the utility. So I urge anyone watching this, just go through all the stats, what they've got on this, on the main screen. If you go into roster, that will list all their players in goalkeepers, defenders, etc. Now, this is the one I particularly like. Formations, for example, 3-4-2-1, and that will list every game that Antwerp have started playing that formation. Now, why that's key to me is people who are using Sorare, they will know defenders in particularly are heavily punished for giving the ball away. Now, I find these players that are affected wing backs, full backs, etc. So I like to find teams who play three centre halves at the back, because my thinking behind that is they're not going to be getting the ball and just lumping it up front. The more likelihood, in my opinion, is they're going to be making short passes between themselves and then giving it to the wing back holding midfielder for them to distribute the ball. So that's my thinking of behind why I like having centre halves, especially with three at the back. Now, the other key one is stats. Every way a player can score or lose points is listed on this screen. You can see general, defence, possession, attacking, for argument's sake. Everything is listed on here, and this is why this site is the best site out there for data regarding Sorare. In fact, I'd say it's the best data site I've ever used for anything. And the cherry on the top, it's free. So again, it's just outstanding in my opinion. So for this example, I like players who score or assist, because if they go through a good run of scoring or assisting, in my experience, their prices go through the roof. So again, I'm just going to go on the last 5 and see who is Antwerp's top goal scorer in the last 5 games. And as you can see, it's Michael Frey. I think it's Michael. I hope it is. So the team page is absolutely fantastic. But what I love even more is you can click the Jupiler Pro League. Let Soraredata do its thing, and as you will see, the overview page has got all the players who play in that league, and again you can search it by 40, 15 or the last 5. You can then search it into positions of the players, etc. But what I particularly like, again, is on the stats page. Again, looking at goals, I want to know who in their last 5 games have scored the most goals. Now, I'm only concerned with strikers for this example. As you can see, Kuipers has scored 5 goals. It will also give the minutes, which is important, because I know in the last 5 games, which equates to 450 minutes, Kuipers has almost played every minute of those last 5. So like I said, you can use this stat on every possible way of a player can score points or lose points on Soraredata. Triples, doubles, whatever you want to look at, you can do it on this site. Now, this is just my opinion. This is how I would try and gain as much advantage as I possibly can, looking for players who are out of form. Now, for this example, I'm going to use this guy. I think it's Emrabati or something along those lines. I can see in his last 5 games, he's played almost every minute, but he's neither scored or assisted. I just want to make you aware, I do not own this player by any stretch. It's I've just looked at him because when I was doing all my research, he popped up when I was doing it a few nights ago. So this is why I mention him, but I do not own him. So anyway, going back, he's not scored or assisted in his last 5 games. However, he's played most minutes. I think it's 8 minutes he hasn't played out of the 450 possible. Now I'm using his limited card for this example. You can see on the 4th of March, he sold for 0.0368 ETH. So he is now, his last sale was 0.0210. So he's dropped considerably. And that is obviously because he hasn't scored or assisted. Now, you can also see his last 15 and 40 averages are much higher than what his last 5 are. So players like that, for me, especially on a low budget, are the sort of players I look for. This is the only other time I would use another website platform to check. I can see this geezer has scored 10 goals in 28 games. And I know he's assisted 5 as well. So in total 15. So every other game, on average, he's either scoring or assisting. However, he hasn't done it in the last 5 games. So I would take the punt that he's going to rediscover his form and start scoring and assisting. If he does, from my experience on the platform, his price will go back up. I would also use Who Scored or something very similar to have a look. He seems to be the player where he will go in patches where he'll score or assist. He'll have a few games where he does sod all, and then he'll start banging them in again. So for me, to make maybe not a player that you want to keep in your gallery, but if you're looking to make a few quid on a flip, then he's the sort of guy that I'd be looking at, or players very similar to him. So that's it really, guys. But if anyone is watching and is new to Sorare, or they're thinking of joining Sorare, then I'm telling you, please use Soraredata. It's free. It's the best site out there for any data. Obviously, this is all my opinion, but I have got no doubt that using Soraredata will improve your game 100%. So when you've got a spare half an hour, and I mean this to everyone now, just have a look through the Soraredata website, play with a few things, look for what stats you think are key when looking for players, because you will find them doing this, and with all the information the Soraredata provide. I've got no doubt about that. So once again, thanks very much for Soraredata for blowing us out the water time and time again. It's just, I'm in awe of them, in all honesty. So hats off to them. And thanks for you guys for watching the video. Hope you find it useful. And I'll see you very soon. Cheers, guys.